And the sixth person is Blue Ridge Mountain Man. And he asks me 6 questions. His first question is, what's your favorite game you've ever played? Easy, Metroid Prime. I think I already answered this, I'm not too sure, but Metroid Prime. I mean, I've played games before Metroid Prime. I had a Super Nintendo as well, though. I played my first games on my Super Nintendo. I played at the PlayStation 1. I played PlayStation 1 games at a friend's house, so it's not like Metroid Prime was the first game I ever played. No. But the reason why I picked Metroid Prime is because it was my first big 3D game I ever played all on my own. I had played Super Mario Brothers, was awesome. I played Resident Evil, Dino Crisis 2, I think Crash Bandicoot at my friend's house, and Tekken 3. Oh god, I have good memories of Tekken 3. Also a very good game. Actually, I first thought that Tekken was about Pac-Man. Yeah, I have no idea. I was a dumb kid. Don't ask. But again, that was a 3D machine at a friend's house. I didn't have one of those, and then finally I had a GameCube. And I was in love with the Metroid series ever since I played Metroid Fusion on my Game Boy Advance. So, you know, I saved like €200, got a GameCube, a black one, everything with it, and of course Metroid Prime. And Metroid Prime had sucked me in for I don't know how many weeks. I was Samus, and I was exploring planet, I think it was Talon 4. Not this character, no, I was doing all of that, you know. I was so immersed in the game. It had never happened to me before. And surprisingly, the game's about 10 years old, give or take now. And it still holds up really, really well. I love it. I love its gameplay. I love the atmosphere, the character, the power-ups, the boss. Oh god, the bosses were so awesome. Especially Meta Ridley. That was one tough motherfucker. Really was. What else can I say about Metroid Prime? Also introduced me to, well, yeah, actually Metroid Fusion did that. But the Metroid series introduced me to my favorite female character of all time, which is Samus Aran. Is it Aran or Aran? I'm gonna say Aran. Makes more sense, I guess. You know? And I think it also opened my eyes a bit that any character could be the protagonist in a video game. I mean, when I discovered that the main character of Metroid was a female, I was like, whoa, I'm playing with a chick. This was when I was like 12 years old, so, you know. And I was like, wow, I thought it was a dude, but okay, cool. So it opened my eyes, and I appreciate, and that made me appreciate females in video games, especially female main characters, a lot more. What else can I say about Metroid Prime? I mean, I don't think the game ever scored lower on the internet than a 9.5. So that's saying a lot. So yeah, my favorite game of all time so far is still Metroid Prime. And I don't think it will ever be beaten. At all. Second question. What's your least favorite game? Huh. Ooh, that's a toughie. I guess Fable 2 and Resident Evil 5 were very disappointing. But I had some fun with it. I think my least favorite game of all time, and also actually the worst game I ever played, was Duke Nukem Forever. Now, I did enjoy bits of Duke Nukem Forever, I did, but the weapons sucked for the most part. They didn't feel right except for the shotgun and the rocket launcher. By the way, it's hard to fuck up the shotgun or a rocket launcher. If they'd done that, that would have been really bad. I liked some of the levels, but others were just bland or just a bit too much, like the Alien Hive level. Anyone remember that one? Like with the sporadic boobs growing on walls. Seriously, what was up with that? It made no sense. Like, okay, the wall has boobs growing out of it. Bitchin'? I don't know, just a bit too... I think they really tried too much to be like, yeah, this is Duke Nukem from the 90s. When I'm like, no. Sorry, Duke's time has passed. It simply has. He was an awesome character, still is. But he just doesn't fit the current gaming world anymore. Sorry, man. Sorry. Yeah, gameplay didn't like levels. Gameplay was alright. I like that you did puzzles because, to be honest, that's kind of... You don't see it anymore in shooters these days. Just having a little bit of puzzle solving. No, instead it's just no military shooters. Ocean hits. Hold on, I'm gonna crouch here, heal up, yeah, alright, gonna fight. And being linear and whatnot. And Duke Nukem Forever wasn't that. Yeah, it was linear, but yeah, it puzzled itself, and it had sort of big worlds, and I did enjoy that, but yeah, again, now all the weapons felt right, and all the levels were great. Story, oh, for God's sake, the story was... It really felt like, hey, remember this from a demo many, many years ago? Yeah, we're gonna put it in the game because you saw it in the demo. So, yeah. There was no coherent world in it. Nothing... It really felt like, hey, this is like they just took demo levels of all the different versions of Duke Nukem Forever and just stitched them up like, look, this is Duke Nukem Forever. That's really what it felt like a lot of times. So I didn't enjoy that. Enemies were not really interesting. The final boss sucked, mostly because it was just the final boss from Duke Nukem 3D. And that boss you fight in the beginning of Duke Nukem Forever, because Duke Nukem Forever begins with the ending of Duke Nukem 3D. So I was like, okay, who's gonna be the final boss? And they drop, I'm not sure, the King something, whatever, King Alien, whatever the fuck his name was. They dropped him in the level, and I was like, really? The first boss again? Really? Alright, can he do anything new? No, just the same attacks as always. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, then the ending, where Duke Nukem died, but he did not. And yeah, I traded back in. I was like, I had a bit of fun, I got some achievements, but you're going back, and I got some money back in return, and I bought Super Mario Galaxy. I was like, this is better. Like, having more fun with this game. So yeah, least favorite game so far, still Duke Nukem Forever. Yeah, sorry. Third question. What are my thoughts on hip-hop? I love almost all hip-hop from the 80s or 90s. I mean, Run DMC, NWA, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Eminem. Well, Eminem is sort of late 90s, early 2000s, but I really enjoy Eminem. Tupac, Biggie, lots of other stuff. I enjoy hip-hop. It's part of my childhood. Current hip-hop, however, just blows. It almost feels there's no meaning to the lyrics. The beats aren't fun to listen to. Yeah. Also, they mix it with dubstep, with the auto-tune thing. Like, oh god, no, not my cup of tea at all. Now, you're not saying all the lyrics from every 80s or 90s rap song, hip-hop song was great, but it was more than just, look, I have bitches, I have hoes, I have money, yo. It was more than that. Yeah, it really makes me just listen to California Love from Dr. Dre and Tupac. Just put that up and I'm like, this is the old days. So yeah, old hip-hop, I love it. Still listen to it occasionally. New hip-hop can die in a fire. To me, hip-hop is dead. Except the Ill Mind of Hopskin. Ill Mind of Hopskin number 5. And that was a really, really great song. Otherwise, I'm not a fan of hip-hop anymore. At least, not currently. The fourth question. Scariest game you've ever played? Ooh, it's a tough one. I would say Doom 3, but the problem with Doom 3 is it has an atmosphere. Don't worry, it has a good scary atmosphere, but it relies mostly on jump scares. And after a while, you just oh boo! You tried to scare me, didn't work. Here's a shotgun, bam. And maybe you get scared a lot of times the first time you play the game. The second time you just and the Hell Knight is gonna spawn right there. Yep, saw it. Yeah, it becomes predictable and just not as fun. Just no. So actually, it would be between Resident Evil 1, the remake, and Silent Hill 2. Now, Resident Evil 1 remake, yes, it also has a lot of jump scares, but the atmosphere is better. It's tighter. If that makes any sense, I think. Nope. I thought the enemies were scary. I mean, yeah, demons and such are also scary, but zombies and mutants are a bit more, quote-unquote, realistic, I guess, sort of. I don't know, that makes it more scary. I don't know how I can explain, but they are just scarier to me. And again, the match was great, the puzzles and so forth. And they also had some good scary bosses, and let's not forget Lisa Trevor, people. God, that girl still scares the shit out of me. Fucked up, man. But on the other hand, like I said, there's Silent Hill 2. Not a lot of jumpscares, but the atmosphere is perhaps even better. The game fucks with your mind. And while the Resident Evil Remake has Lisa Trevor, Silent Hill 2 has Pyramid Head. We all know who Pyramid Head is. If not, let's just say that he has two main hobbies: killing and raping. And he likes to combine those a lot. Plus, who knows how he looked under that pyramid mask thing. Ugh, creepy. But yeah, that's Silent Hill. So, who do I pick? What do I pick? Oh god, I'm going with Resident Evil 1. I'm just more of a Resident Evil fan, and that game scared the shit out of me. Especially even the PlayStation 1 version when I was younger, scared the shit out of me. Made me scared shit for, made me be scared of zombies for like 3 years in a row. I loved horror movies before I played Resident Evil. After Resident Evil, I wouldn't touch any horror movie at all. That's how much the game fucked me over as a kid. I loved every minute of it. Well, nowadays, but back then no. So yeah, Resident Evil it is. The remake. Number 5. Name a game you like that everyone else seems to hate, as well as one you hate that everyone else seems to like. Ooh, sure. Okay, for game I like that everyone else seems to hate, I'm going with Lollipop Chainsaw. There are people who really like it, even Jim Sterling from the Inquisition, or Escapist, whatever part of magazine he's part of. He liked that. No, and there are people who do enjoy it, but there are also many people who I think more people who don't like it. They don't like the combat. They don't like the character. Like, oh, it's stupid. I mean, it's a grindhouse parody story. What do you expect? So, oh, the main character's a dumb bimbo, and like, I have to disagree. Juliet Starling may be a parody of blonde bimbos, and they could have easily exploited her, but they did not. She's a fun and loving character. Really is very endearing, to be honest, especially with her boyfriend Nick. Gameplay I enjoyed. Yeah, it's not as good as, let's say, God of War, Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, yada yada yada. But it had a unique feel, and I quite enjoyed it once I got the hang of it, at least. And again, it's not much. It doesn't really feel like a hack and slash game, but more like a score game, you know? It's just about getting the high score. It really feels more like that, of course, but with hack and slash, than just a pure hack and slash game. Like the visuals, bosses were just the only disappointing thing about it, really was. Especially the final boss, really. And, music, I love it. So many good soundtracks. I mean, they have Needle 24/7 from Children of Bottom in it, and they have song from Five Finger Death Punch, I think, Way of the Fist. Oh, and they have Nemesis from Arch Enemy. I'm like, I'm sorry, as a metalhead, I love that. I fucking loved it. I really did. Characters, I love the characters. What else? Visuals, story. Yeah, okay, another kind of thing I didn't like, or didn't like, it was short. It was really short. That's about my only complaint, but otherwise, I love this game. It's a typical Suda 51 game, but I love it. And okay, that's why I love it, because it's a typical Suda 51 game. I'm just that kind of person, I guess. But now for the other way around. Game I hate everyone else likes. It would be easy for me to say Call of Duty, but I'm not going to do that. Because I sort of enjoyed the Modern Warfare once. If I bought them at like 10 euros used. Otherwise, nah, not really, because I don't give a shit about multiplayer at all. But I'm not gonna pick them. I would say The Force Unleashed. Reason for that being is that I thought the game was okay. I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna be as good as they said it was gonna be, and I played it like in 2012. It wasn't 2013. Well, actually, I'm not sure when I did it. When did I play the game? 2012, 13 when I played and finished the game. It was entertaining, it was fun, but I thought the combat could have been a bit better. The story was boring as hell. I mean, some people say it'll give you a totally different view of the original trilogy. You mean what? That Starkill is the one who comes up with the idea of the Rebel Alliance? That was the big thing, like, whoa! Also, bosses sucked. Shakti was alright, but yeah, that's really it. One boss I could just kill by repeating one combo over and over again. Darth Vader was alright, except for the one part where he had to sort of jump over the fire thing. Whatever it was. And actually, I don't even remember. It wasn't even that. That's what I'm talking about. It's not even so interesting that it's just not interesting at all, and that's why I forget bits of it, because I'm like, how did that go? I don't remember. And of course the Emperor, fuck, that was disappointing. Like, okay, I'm gonna fight the fucking Emperor, right? He's gotta be badass. No, just a couple of combos, he sent some mooks, you kill the mooks, you fight him again, he sent some more mooks, he hands repeat, then he's dead, whatever. No, not dead, but defeat him. Like, wow, that was it, huh? And the Force Unleashed 2 is supposed to be even worse. Nah. Again, fun game. It had its fun moments. Then still suffocating stormtroopers is fun, but yeah, that's my pick for a game everyone else likes, but I just don't. At least not as much. And for his final question, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? I want to go to Japan at one point. No, not because I'm in some sort of weeaboo, because I want to see the culture. See how things go. I mean, yeah, you have the internet, I can look things up, but it's not the same experience, you know? That, and I want to go back to London at one point, or at least England in general. Hell, for Ireland, Scotland as well. I just want to visit all those places and, yeah, just go sightseeing. Which is kind of weird, because I usually don't like going on vacation, because I'm like, nothing for me to do. Except for those places. They are interesting enough. Yeah, that's where I want to go. Well, hopefully my answer satisfied you. If not, sorry. And that was part 2. Look forward to part 3, ladies and gentlemen. Or actually, this might be split up in 2 parts as well. Yeah, because I have already recorded over 20 minutes. Oh, goody. Well, actually, even more than 20 minutes, so yeah, this is going to be split up as well then. Hooray! Anyway, catch you guys later.